Hello everybody, my name is Aideen Tynan and my colleague Michelle Finnegan and I are the guidance counsellors in Abbey Community College. Welcome to our Flying the Coop presentation, where we will outline further education and training options available to your son or daughter having completed the Leaving Certificate. We have included an index of the slides in this presentation, which may be helpful if you revisit this presentation at a later stage. In this presentation, we will discuss the following: non-CAO options, which are PLC colleges, apprenticeships and teagasc, studying abroad in the UK and in Europe, applying to the CAO, finance and financial supports, the supplementary CAO admission routes here and there, other college supports, scholarships and accommodation. Before we look at specific further education and training options, I would like to explain our National Framework of Qualifications, the NFQ. The National Framework of Qualifications allows students to see where their qualification sits. There are 10 levels in the NFQ, from the most basic qualification at Level 1 to the most advanced at Level 10. Most of your children will already have a Level 3 qualification as they have their junior certificate/junior cycle. They are now working for their Leaving Certificate, which is a Level 5 qualification. Students can move step by step up the framework or can jump from their Leaving Certificate to a higher qualification if they have the required results in their Leaving Certificate. Level 5 is a certificate. Level 6 is a higher certificate or advanced certificate. Level 7 is an ordinary bachelor degree. Level 8 is an honours bachelor degree. Levels 9 and 10 are postgraduate qualifications. In general, students can only apply for these courses after graduating from a Level 8 degree. We will now look at the non-CAO options which are available to students. The first option that we will look at is Colleges of Further Education, also known as PLC or Post-Leaving Cert colleges. PLC courses are usually 1 year in duration. They are specific to a discipline, for example, hairdressing or business studies or electronics and security systems. And these courses include work placement. PLC courses prepare students for employment, but they also provide access to third level colleges. PLC courses provide a back door into third level for students who would like to go to third level college, but who may not achieve the necessary entry requirements in their Leaving Cert. They are also an excellent option for students who are unsure of what they would like to study, as they can try an area of study for 1 year without having to commit to a longer course of study. There are no tuition fees, and students who are eligible for a SUSI grant may access this grant while attending PLC colleges. It's important to note that the application system for PLC colleges is completely separate to the CAO application process. Students apply directly to each individual PLC college. The entry requirements for PLC courses is to pass 5 subjects in the Leaving Certificate. Students will also be invited for interview. We're very lucky to have Waterford College of Further Education on our doorstep, as they offer a wide variety of courses. But it's also worth remembering that most towns have a PLC college, For example, Ormond College in Kilkenny City and Carlow Institute of Further Education also offer a wide range of courses. There's a nice clip about Waterford College of Further Education here, which you might like to watch in your own time. Students earn a QQI Level 5 certificate after 1 year of studying in a PLC college, or a QQI Level 6 Advanced certificate after 2 years. As I previously said, PLC courses prepare students for employment, but they can also be used as a stepping stone into third level college courses. The QQI qualifications can be used in two different ways in this regard. First of all, there is the Link Courses scheme, where there are progression agreements between higher education institutes and PLC colleges. For example, WIT offers preferential entry to students who have completed a linked QQI programme in WCFE. Students can also earn up to 390 points from their QQI qualification and can use these points to apply to the CAO for third level courses. The next further education and training option that we will look at is apprenticeships. Apprenticeships are known as the Earn While You Learn option. Students gain a QQI Level 6 Advanced certificate. Apprentices work for an employer in a chosen sector and learn the necessary skills, knowledge and attitudes for a traditional or occupational trade. Traditional apprenticeships are approximately 4 years in duration. There are 7 phases. For phases 1, 3, 5 and 7 the apprentice works for and is paid by an employer. For phases 2, 4 and 6 the apprentice attends a training centre and is paid a training allowance. The minimum entry requirements for an apprenticeship are 5 passes in the junior certificate. There are also a range of new apprenticeships on offer now in career areas such as ICT, finance and hospitality, including software development, accounting technician and commis chef. The entry requirements, length of these apprenticeships and qualification gained varies from apprenticeship to apprenticeship. More information can be found on apprenticeships.ie. The next non-CAO option that we will look at is Teagasc colleges. Teagasc colleges offer courses in agriculture, horticulture, equine and forestry. Our local Teagasc college is Kildalton College, which is situated in Piltown. Students can gain a Level 5 qualification after 1 year of study and a Level 6 qualification after 2 years of study. These courses can also be used as a stepping stone into third level colleges. We will now look at the options of studying abroad in the UK or in Europe. UCAS is the Universities and Colleges Admissions Service. UCAS is the application system for students who wish to apply for third level courses in the UK, that is England, Scotland, Wales or Northern Ireland. There is no update post-Brexit regarding fees for studying in the UK, but this is the latest available information. Students can apply for a maximum of 5 courses through UCAS. There are 2 deadlines, the 15th of October for students applying for medicine, dentistry, veterinary and the universities of Oxford or Cambridge, and the 15th of January for students applying for other courses and colleges. The application process for UCAS is quite different to the CAO application process. Applicants must submit a personal statement and an academic reference. The personal statement must be 60% academic and 40% personal. The reference will also reflect this. There are two types of offer which a student can receive. A conditional offer means that the college will offer a place if certain conditions are met. An unconditional offer means that the student has met all the entry requirements and the college is happy to accept him or her. More information is available on the website ucas.com. UNICAS is the European University Central Application Support Service. UNICAS is not an application system. Rather, it is a company which helps students apply for degree courses in Europe where they will study through English. There are many degree options available for students. In general, the entry requirements for these degrees are much lower than the entry requirements for studying in Ireland, but the qualifications are of a high standard. There may be additional entrance exams or interviews also. You can browse the courses available on the UNICAS website for free. Students can register with UNICAS for €38, for which support and advice will be provided on a student's application for up to 8 programs in Europe. More information is available on ucas.ie. We are now going to move on to how to apply for third level courses in Ireland. The CAO is the Central Applications Office. CAO is the application system for applying for most undergraduate courses in third level colleges in Ireland. CAO opened for applications on the 5th of November. The official deadline for applications is the 1st of February, but we encourage our students to apply online by the 20th of January to take advantage of the early discounted application fee. Free change of mind season is available from the beginning of May to the beginning of July, and students can add in or take out courses and change the order of their courses during this time. However, restricted courses must be applied for by the 1st of February. There are also a small number of direct entry courses where students do not apply through the CAO, but instead apply directly to the college. You can see here the CAO points system. A pass at higher level is 30% and a pass at ordinary level is 40%. CAO will calculate a student's points from their top 6 grades. Students sitting higher level maths will gain 25 bonus points for grades H6 and above. LCVP is a common level subject and is graded as a pass, merit or distinction. LCVP can be used for points, but it cannot be used for matriculation purposes. I think it's important that we all acknowledge that our Leaving Certificate students are young adults, and that the responsibility for applying for third level courses, PLC courses, apprenticeships, etc. is their responsibility. Each of the sixth-year students has received a CAO handbook. It is vital that they read the information in this handbook. This handbook outlines all the information about applying to the CAO and the CAO codes for each course. The handbook does not provide any information about the specific courses. Students need to research courses of interest carefully using their Reach Plus online career portfolio and the individual college websites. CAO courses are applied for on two separate lists on a single form on www.cao.ie. Level 6 and Level 7 courses are placed on one list. Level 8 courses are placed on a separate list. Up to 10 courses can be applied for on each list. Restricted courses are courses which have additional assessment procedures, such as auditions, portfolios, additional exams. These courses must be listed by the 1st of February. Matriculation means the entry requirements needed for a course. What is required to matriculate for third level colleges? Students need to obtain C, F, and P. C is the college or basic requirements. For example, 506 grades for level 6 or 7 courses, and 2 H5 grades plus 406 or H7 grades for most level 8 courses. F is the faculty or course requirements. For example, a H4 in Irish for primary teaching, or a H5 in chemistry for veterinary medicine. And P is the points, which are calculated from the candidate's best 6 grades in one sitting of the Leaving Certificate. The points change every year because the points are determined by supply and demand. Here's a very simple example of how the CAO allocates places on their courses. In this example, there are 5 places available on a course, and there are 13 applicants for that course. The first thing that the CAO computer will check is if those applicants have the basic college requirements, for example, 2 H5s and 406 or H7s for a level 8 degree. 9 of the applicants fulfilled this requirement. The next thing that the CAO computer will check is how many of those 9 applicants have the faculty requirement, for example, a pass in a science subject for nursing. 7 of the applicants fulfilled this requirement. However, there are only 5 places available on the course. So now the CAO looks at the points that each of these candidates achieved. Places on the course are now allocated, starting with the candidate who achieved the highest points and working through the applicants in order of merit. In this example, the last place on the course was offered to a candidate with 325 points. 325 points is therefore the cut-off points for this course in that round of offers. If one of the candidates chooses not to accept a place, this place goes to the next person in line in the next round of offers. In this example, that candidate got 294 points, making 294 points the cut-off points for the course. Here is an example of how the CAO allocates courses. As you can see, it is extremely important that students list their courses in genuine order of preference and not on assumptions about exam performance or what they think the points will be for a course. At the offer stage, applicants will receive an offer of the course highest up on their course choices list that they are deemed eligible for. If they receive an offer of their first preference in round one, they will not receive an offer for a lower course on that list in subsequent rounds. If they receive an offer of their third preference course, they may still receive an offer of their second or first preference course in a subsequent round of offers if they are eligible for that course, but they will not receive an offer of their fourth preference course or lower. Students should place their dream courses at the top of their CAO list, courses that they have a realistic chance of getting in the middle of their list, and their safety net courses at the bottom of their list. All courses should be placed in genuine order of preference. For more information about how offers are issued, visit the CAO website and watch the CAO video guides. Regarding students with language exemptions from Irish and/or other languages, if a student is applying for an NUI college, they must fill out the NUI language exemption form and inform the CAO. For other universities, students must apply directly to the relevant university. After completing the CAO application, students are advised to log into their CAO account regularly to verify that all of their information has been recorded completely and correctly. They will receive their CAO number and statement of course choices. In May, they will receive a statement of application record. This must be checked thoroughly. Students must ensure that their Leaving Cert exam number is listed. This is really important. Some students may be asked to attend extra assessments. On the 6th of May, Change of Mind facility becomes available. When the Leaving Cert results are issued, they will be sent by the State Exams Commission to the CAO. Places are allocated and offered in August. Students can choose to accept, reject, or defer offered places. Students who are disappointed with offers made should also check the CAO website for courses in available places. There is a wealth of information available on the CAO website, so please be sure to check it out. I will now pass you over to my colleague, Miss Michelle Finnegan, Guidance Counsellor. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Ms. Tynan. My name is Michelle Finnegan, and we will move on now and look at financial supports. Sending your child to third level can put financial strain on many families. The following slides will show what supports are available. So SUSI is the first. For those with limited income, you can apply for SUSI grant, and SUSI stands for Student Universal Support Ireland. This is quite a complicated grant process, and it's outside a lot of families' eligibility, especially those in the middle income bracket. The SUSI website has excellent detailed information, and this can be accessed through www.susi.ie, where both maintenance and fee grants are fully explained. So students applying for a post-leaving certificate course may also apply for a grant, where the grant will cover the student contribution fee in place of a fee grant. So they'd be eligible for both a maintenance, and instead of a fee grant, it covers the student contribution fee. Now, in order to be eligible for a grant, there are a number of conditions that must be satisfied, including nationality and immigration status, residence, and means. It is also important to note here that the student must be attending an approved course in an approved institution, and the list of all these institutions are all available on the SUSI website. So if you qualify for a grant, you should be entitled to both a maintenance and a fee grant. In relation to residency, you must be legally resident in Ireland for at least 3 of the 5 years prior to the year in which your course commences. For means, usually the assessment for entitlement to a student grant is based on the income from the previous year of assessment. This means that SUSI assesses a person's entitlement to a grant for the academic year 2022 based on income declared in 2021. It is important to note, however, that if there are any changes in circumstances, SUSI must be contacted as these changes may be taken into account. Next, we have looked at the average cost of going to college. Hopefully, you have all been putting money aside for this huge expense. When you look at rent, food, travel, etc., it is working out at between 11,000 and 13,000 per year. Obviously, costs in Dublin are greater, and we are very lucky here in Waterford to have an excellent IT and a PLC college on our doorstep. So in relation to the higher education grants, adjacency refers to the distance between your normal residency and your college. If you are eligible for a maintenance grant, it will be paid at either the adjacent or non-adjacent rate. The adjacent rate is paid when your normal residence is 45 kilometres or less from your college. The non-adjacent rate is when residence is more than 45 kilometres from your college. And you can see the difference here based on an income of 39,875. Now, income thresholds change in relation to the number of dependent children. On the SUSI website, there is an eligibility reckoner which provides an approximate indication of your possible eligibility for grant funding. That is worth checking out. Some households may be eligible for 100% grant, or they may be eligible for 75 or 50%. But it is important to check that with that eligibility reckoner. Now I'm moving on to look at other supports. The Here and There scheme is an access route which helps students who may not traditionally go on to third level. All the information about these two schemes can be found at accesscollege.ie. The Here scheme, the Higher Education Access Route, is for students from socio-economically disadvantaged backgrounds, whilst the DARE, Disability Access Route to Education, is for school leavers with disabilities. It is really important that any student applying to either Here and or DARE, they indicate it on their CAO application. And to remind you all again that the CAO application is open, and it's been open since the 5th of November, and Miss Tynan spoke about that earlier. So DARE, the Disability Access Route, can offer places to students on reduced points. Many third level colleges work with the DARE scheme. Who can apply for DARE? It is for students whose disability has had a significant impact on educational performance. And it's important to note as well that the student may not need to reach the entry points for the college course. And the student must be under 23 years of age to apply for DARE. There are quite a number of disabilities under the DARE scheme, and they are all listed here. So you've got autistic spectrum disorders, dyspraxia, mental health conditions, significant ongoing illness, physical disability, and also specific learning difficulties, including dyslexia and dyscalculia. Students, once fulfilling the condition for the DARE, apply through the CAO system. They must do this before the 1st of February, and they must specify their disability or learning difficulty on Section A. The guidance counsellor, myself or Miss Tynan, then complete Section B, and Section C deals with evidence of the disability. Your evidence of disability is a crucial part of your application to DARE. So you can either provide an existing report, complete Section C, which is the evidence of the disability form, or get the form completed, signed and stamped by an appropriate professional, or accompanied by their business card or headed paper, and a GP can do that for you. In relation to the reports, they must not be less than 3 years old. For students applying with ADD, ADHD, mental health conditions, and significant ongoing illnesses. So their reports must not be less than 3 years old. Applicants with a specific learning difficulty, including dyslexia and dyscalculia, must provide a full psychological assessment report of any age. So it does not matter how old that report is. They must also have 2 literacy or 2 numeracy attainment scores at or below the 10th percentile. So if a student is applying with dyslexia, they must have 2 literacy attainment scores at or below the 10th percentile. If a student is applying with dyscalculia, they must have 2 numeracy attainment scores at or below the 10th percentile. And any of those scores, the test must have been carried out after the 1st of February 2020. So what supports are available? And one important thing to note here is that if students are ineligible for DARE, they may still get supports while in college. And those supports could be the availability of an orientation programme, learning support, assistive technology, library support, exam results, exam support, note-taking and academic tuition. The HERE scheme. As I said earlier, the HERE programme is for students who, for social, financial or cultural reasons, are underrepresented at 3rd level. It was established to give all students an equal playing field to move on to 3rd level. So it's the same as DARE. You must tick the relevant box on the CAO form. So if you're applying for HERE, on the CAO online application form, there is a question there, are you applying for HERE? And you must tick the box. For HERE, you must meet the HERE income limit and 2 other indicators to be eligible. So the first one, your household must be earning on or below €45,790 if you have 4 children or less. So you must meet indicator 1, and then you must meet 2 other indicators. So do you or your family have a medical or GP visit card? Are your parents, guardians receiving a mean tested social welfare payment? Or is the parents' or guardians' employment status underrepresented at higher education? Or are you living in an area of concentrated disadvantage? And number 6 is worked off the census. The only one indicator that students from the Abbey are ineligible to put down is number 5, because the Abbey Community College is not a DEIS school. So students applying for HERE must meet 2 indicators. Number 1, the income, and 2 other, not number 5. You can access the following websites for more information: www.cao.ie and www.accesscollege.ie. Now, just a note, there was an information day for HERE and DARE applicants. It was held on Saturday the 8th of January, and the recording of those 2 information sessions are available on the Access College website, and I also posted them to the teams. So the 6th year teams have also got the recording of those information sessions. They are very good, so I'd advise you to have a little look at those as well. Now we'll move on to college supports. There is a wide variety of scholarships available to students, and it is important to note that not all of them are awarded on academic achievement. You have some for excellence in sports, some for music, active citizenship, and others in entrepreneurship. So there are a number of scholarships available to Leaving Cert students. Most scholarships you apply directly for, and all the applications are done online. However, there are a number of scholarships that are awarded to students without an application, and these include some academic scholarships. So if students are awarded those, they are contacted through the college. All the scholarships are listed out on careers portal there, and the link is there on the slide. So a list of all scholarships is available on careers portal.
As I mentioned earlier, we are very lucky to have Waterford Institute of Technology on our doorstep. Now, WIT is a participating college for both the HERE and the DARE scheme. It also runs a REACH programme, and the REACH programme is a separate programme for students who may lack economic or social supports, and it's to encourage or to increase the participation rates at WIT. Now, for 6th years, in order to be eligible to apply under the REACH programme, 6th years must be either in state care, be a single parent or a young carer, from an ethnic minority group, a member of minority groupings, or there could be other circumstances that we on the care team may deem appropriate for them to apply to the REACH programme. There are various supports offered from the REACH programme, from financial assistance, help with mentoring, book vouchers, etc. Now, if students are interested in the REACH programme, they must have a course down on WIT on their CAO form. The REACH applications are available from myself and Miss Tynan. This year they'll be out on the 7th of February, so we will be giving out the application link to students then. Students must get a minimum of 200 points in their leaving certificate, and they must be eligible for a SUSI grant in order to be eligible for the REACH programme. Okay, so any students who are interested in the REACH programme, all the information is online at wit.ie, and myself and Miss Tynan will also have more information on it.
Now, wherever your son or daughter apply to, and if they cannot stay at home, they will need accommodation. The majority of colleges have on-campus accommodation, and the costs all vary. Staying in digs with a family is an option that may suit some students. A house or a flat, or renting a room in a house, may suit others. And there are also many student designated apartment complexes. So there's a variety of accommodation to choose from. The tips we give to students is that once they decide on the college course that they're interested in, they should either contact the accommodation office, where they will get all the information about all the accommodation available, or to look at the college website, where they can see virtual tours where they will get virtual tours of the accommodation and all other information about the accommodation. Our main advice is that they are best to look early and apply early for accommodation to avoid them being let down.
Both myself and Miss Tynan regularly update the 6th year guidance team with all the relevant guidance information. So I would advise the 6th years just to keep an eye out on the 6th year team for all recent and new updates. And finally, myself and Miss Tynan would recommend that all students research their course options thoroughly to explore all the avenues, and definitely do not ignore the option of blended learning. Talk to the guidance counsellor. Myself and Miss Tynan have been meeting all the sixth years over the last number of weeks. We still have some sixth years to meet, but every single sixth year students will have a one-to-one appointment with their allocated guidance counsellor. For students not to miss out on any deadlines, apply online to the CAO or directly to the College of Further Education. To remember, they must tick the SUSI, DARE or HERE box if appropriate. To put courses down in genuine order of preference. Obtain or retain proof of application if you're once you're applying, and research financial supports, and be very, very careful with the change of mind. Students also can keep their research updated on their Reach Plus career portfolio. On behalf of Ms. Tynan and myself, I would like to thank you all very much for taking time to view our presentation. If you would have, we would welcome any questions. Myself and Ms. Tynan can be contacted through email. Our email address is there on the screen. And I would like to wish your son and daughter the very best in their upcoming Leaving Certificate. Thank you all.